Hello farmers and welcome back to Western Australia, right where we left off last episode, selling stuff. We got a little bit of canola to sell first, and then I got to head back to the farm for not just one load, but almost two full loads of oats that need to come on down here. I thought we'd be delivering to the grain mill, which would have been kind of nice because it's kind of right next to the farm, but that price is like $20 per thousand less than what I can get down here. So we're going to be bringing the oats on down, and while we're waiting for the grain trailer to fill up when I get back, I'm going to go ahead and take care of the sheep and check in on the chickens, because we're going to be zipping right on to the month of, I think, September is what I need to get to before we can start planting some spring crops. I know I got oats and sorghum to plant, but I can't remember of the two fields which one was which. We'll have to check here in a little while, or we'll just drive to a field with a T9 and the air cart, and we'll check it when we get there. Both kind of small-ish fields for what we got here in Western Australia. So we should get one field drilled today, and I do need to come down here and I need to fertilize this grass field that's right behind me and get ready for the next grass cut. So the canolas went in. I did not see. I think I got a total of maybe almost 20,000. I think it was at 6,000 when I logged in, and now we're just a little over 25,000. So yeah, almost 20,000 for that load of canola. So let's get back to the farm, start filling up with some oats. And while that's going on, as I said, the sheep need some hay, and just check on the birds. I think the birds will be all right. There's Twister over there checking in on the sheep. And we got 200,000 liters of oats. Just scooch around here. So we do got sorghum and wheat, but I'm going to keep that for the birds. So you can see I don't have that much wheat, really. And how much sorghum do I got? A lot of sorghum. So we should be all set, but we'll keep it. Alright, so while that's filling up, let's grab the John Deere 6230. And we got to put some wool away. And yes, we got to give them at least a bale. So come over here. Just be careful of Twister. Interactive zone marker so I can see where that bale is. I'm actually going to spawn, I think, 3 bales because we're going to be skipping some months, and that will allow me to not have to feed them every month. So we'll spawn them. And we'll just grab one to begin with. Make sure we lift it off the ground. If I do that, it won't go right back into the shed. If I were to put in the trigger, of course, it would go right back in. Alright, let's be a little bit careful with the bales here. Not too worried about the bottom one because the pallet forks will keep it. It's okay, I took the top one. Alright. So I guess it's because it's just on the pallet forks, but since the top one's not really on the pallet forks, it won't take that one. Alright, so we'll just give them 2 bales, I suppose. Now, the tricky part is I am not going to be able to do this unless I do it in third person. And that's grabbing, I hope, 4 pallets at a time. There's 2. And there's 4. As for the full one buying the half a pallet, I'm going to leave that there because I don't want to put half pallets in here. But that's 20,000 liters of wool. 5,000 liters per pallet. Because just remember, we are running the mod that multiplies the pallets by 5 for base game products. Because if I didn't do that, we'd have so many wool pallets I wouldn't be able to keep up. I think in the early stages-ish of Western Australia, I was actually removing the pallets in the morning and also in the evening. But now I can almost go about a month and a half in between doing so. Might as well leave the 6230 right there. And as for the birds, 41,000 liters, they need 8,000 per month. So, yeah, we're doing okay there. We'll take care of Twister every month, though. Make sure Twister gets his food. Not that it's technically needed, but we're going to go ahead and do it anyways. We are still filling up with oats. How are we doing? Can I get close to the trailer? Oh, it's almost full. Another thing I'm going to need to do here, but I think I'll wait until the springtime, because I think everything's got enough compost. We'll let the months go on by, and then we'll have to get all the organic waste out of our greenhouses and also our production building over there. And we'll have to compact it and get some compost going for springtime for our orchards and so on and so forth. Okay, so I thought that was already at 110,000 liters when I looked at it. Not sure what I was looking at. I might have been looking at the grain silo, how much was in the grain silo. Yep, we got 200,000 liters of soybeans, but those won't be sold until later on. So just to remind myself, I think that's going to things go here. Let's see, oats, things go here. All right, see you down at the sell point, and we'll watch the money come on in. Yeah, if you missed last episode, we sold a whole bunch of stuff. We eliminated 2 loans. We are down to 1 loan where I owe $500,000. So we are working our way slowly towards that, and I'm hoping by midsummer, which I think this is going to be our last season here, possibly, because, of course, FS22 is coming out within the next month. So this could be our last full season here. But I do want to get all the loans paid off in full, so when Hudson shows up on, we'll just say November 11th, because November 12th is FS22, that all loans will be paid off, everything's paid in full, and he won't have to worry about a thing. Okay, here we are, down at all the stores. And with the money that I do get from the oats, I will probably throw another $100,000 at that loan. Maybe a little bit more, depending on how much we actually end up with. But of course, I want to keep some money in the bank account. How much is my monthly payment on that? On this loan here, $8,000 a month is what I got to pay on it. All right, so now we're up to almost 115,000. So let me go back to the farm. I'm going to fill up with the last like 90,000 liters of oats. I'll see you right back down here. We'll sell that, and we'll throw some more money at the bank. So while I was waiting for the grain trailer to fill up with the last 86,000 liters of oats, I almost forgot to go over to the birds and sell the newborn chicks for males and ducklings. So I took care of that. I think I ended up selling a total between the two, 100 small birds. Shipped them off to, they went to a happy farm, is where they're going. So took care of them because we only want the females, of course. Females are the ones that lay the eggs. Males really don't do much for us. All right, let's go ahead and dump this last 86,000 liters of oats into the sell point. I also was looking at the store because there is one thing I do need to buy. I was thinking about getting ourselves the burrito spreader for lime, which I do need because the sugarcane and grass field that are at the farmyard, that needs lime spreading. But I'm thinking I'm just going to get myself another Kubota as we got an additional, what was that, 55 and 8. So $63,000 worth of oats. We're just going to get ourselves another Kubota spreader because it's a lot cheaper. Yeah, it doesn't hold as much even with the extension on it. I can hold 10,000, which is quite a bit for this. The one thing I'm going to change though is I'm going to put a green color on top. I guess it doesn't matter what green I do. Just to give it a lime colored, probably a darker lime. Yeah, that'll do. So I know this will be for, when they're sitting side by side, I'll know this is for lime, and the other one is for fertilizer. That only costs just under 30,000, so it's a lot cheaper than if I were to get the Breedle spreader. And if I were to get it, of course, I get the extension, which means it would hold almost 19,000 liters of lime, which is not quite double, but the working width is only 12 meters wide. Even with, with the spreading disc, it's up to 18. So, yeah, just a little bit better. It doesn't hold as much, but for the most part, I'd rather have it that way. All right, let's get back to the farmyard. We are done now with the truck and the grain trailer. We'll park the truck up, and I think we will throw $100,000 towards that loan, get it below $500,000. And yeah, we pretty much can get to September now. Yeah, September is like the first of spring. And the oats can go in for sure. I don't think the sorghum, though, can go in until October. So we'll have to figure out what field gets the sorghum. Or, sorry, what field gets the oats. Actually, I think what I'll do is pull up to the fuel pumps and just top this off with some diesel. So that way it's good to go for the upcoming season, for harvest and all that other stuff. It's not going to cost too much. Alright, so I think, yeah, we did check on the birds. The sheep are okay. We gave them some bales. And everything else should be... Oh, the one thing I should check on is the tableware production. I mean, everything else should be good to go, I would assume. Where are we? Did I go? I went by it. Where was it? There it is. Nothing showing up there. And sugar-wise, we're like halfway on sugar. So, alright, we're pretty good there. Yeah, let's just go ahead and go into the bank. And, yeah, we're going to take or pay $100,000. There we go. Down to 410, which looks a little bit better. Yeah, these two loans we paid off this month as well. So those will be gone first thing in the morning. All right, so let's go and just teleport into our little lovely little hut here. And yeah, at some point this year, we can sleep until 9, right? Yeah, sleep until 9. We got to change this out for a house, which I keep forgetting about. So I'll have to get that mod installed. I don't know if I downloaded it or not. There was one, as I mentioned a couple times, that I'm looking to get. So, yeah. All right, we'll leave this door open. So, yeah, we just got to make sure that the sheep are good to go. We got to feed Twister, but we also got to stop here at the birds and just get rid of the male chicks and ducklings. So, where are they? Female. Where are they? Males. There we go. Click on those. And how many? 59 of those. And then the male ducklings. 56. And we are up to 863 females. Well, sorry, 861 females between chickens and ducks. We got one rooster and one male duck wandering around somewhere here. All right, we're just going to go up here. Do they still have a bale in the spawn? Yes, they do. How much do they actually take a month, do the sheep? They do require 83,000 liters of food a month, and their feed trough is 80. All right. Well, we're almost all the way through this month anyways. I think we got enough room here for more pallets to spawn, but I think I will grab 2 of them at least, just to be sure. As Twister arrives to have their food. And maybe while I'm here, maybe I should just grab a couple more hay bales, just to be sure. Triggers. There we go. Round bale, hay. Spawn 2. And this time, I'll try not to drive over the trigger, so just take the top one. Of course, that doesn't help. Well, the one thing that does help, now that they're on their side like that, now they're both in the pallet fork, so I don't have to worry about it. Alright, so that's 117,000 liters of hay I got on here. So this should last until September, right? Possibly. Do I want to look at the sales page? Probably not. I should be looking there. Should only be looking at new stuff. And yeah, now if I go to this page here, yeah, it's looking a little bit better. So we can just see 8,000 per month is what I got to pay. Tableware production. I should look at that just to see how that's doing. That's the one I definitely want to keep on running. And am I out of anything? No. Okay, it's still running. Oh, I am getting kind of low on straw. So let's go ahead and give that some straw. Don't want that running out. The water should be fine. It's maybe halfway down, but that water should last all the way till like December, I would think. So we got plenty of straw over here. And the reason why we got plenty of straw, because definitely want to make sure I had enough for the tableware production, but also just in case if we ever got around to having cows on this series, because I initially wanted to. Most of you said, no, just have the sheep only over there along with the chickens and ducks. So that's what we did. And since we are where we are now, I can't really see us having cows on this map. Just because, yeah, we're nearing the end. Just one bale, please. Now, what are we down to? Maybe like 10 more episodes? Sounds weird when I say it like that, but that's roughly where we're sitting at. I want to put that... You know what? No, I definitely want to put this out here because the truck needs to get as close as it can. Yes, it's taking that straw. The truck needs to get as close as it can when it comes time to taking those pallets out. And we are saving those. We just sold them, though. We are saving those, but we already got $26,000 worth of tableware. But the next big thing to be sold is going to be the soybeans in... Well, that's January, so that's a little ways off. The wool, we got $150,000 worth of wool, and currently almost $50,000 worth of fabric. Yeah, that spinner... Interesting. That spinnery slowly taking the wool and making fabric. But you know, we had so much wool, it was definitely worth getting the spinnery and just getting a little bit extra out of our wool that we could. Yeah, so when we get to September, which is going to be here in just a few minutes, this field here is what I got to be focused on, the grass field and the sugarcane field. Both need lime and fertilizer. And I got to get that sugarcane field done before it hits the second growth stage, so got to get right on that. Alright, we'll leave that right there. And yeah, I think we're all set. So we're just going to go right back on to the house and sleep until 9 once again. Tableware production I may have to take care of this month. I kind of feel like I'm forgetting to do something in these winter months, but yeah, I'm not quite sure I know what it is. Let's just teleport over to here. Alright, we'll feed Twister. They still got a couple bales of hay there. And the wool we need to put away. So the money is really going up nicely. Don't forget, we got the cane juice on direct selling over at the sugar plants. So every month we are bringing in some good money. It's nice to see that go on up. Alright, guess I'm not grabbing that pallet. Hopefully that other pallet is far enough out of the spawn area, which I'm guessing it is. But next month is September, so we're going to be getting to work. Field work, that is. Alright. Let's jump into the truck and we gotta switch trailers and head over to the tableware production. Oh yeah, and I gotta do the birds. I want to forget about the birds. I probably shouldn't be leaving my trailers everywhere right now, but it's just one of those things that I just want to get to the farming season again. Winter is good and all because, you know, you're finally getting all that money that you stored up for the year. But it's nice just to get back into the fields and back to work. And now we start storing up for the next big sale up to next winter. Load those up, and I'm sure more are going to spawn. Yep, that's all the tableware that was in storage. Am I stuck? I think I'm stuck. Alright, we'll back up a little bit. There we go. Now we'll just load these up. Just to clear space for more to spawn. When I saw this production, I did not think it was going to make us the money that it has. But it definitely has been welcoming to have it here. Because it's helped out greatly in our progression here. And you know what? I might as well just leave this right here. The birds. Yes, I got to go over to the chickens. And the ducks. And the males. Alright. 55, so we'll get rid of those. And then the male ducklings. 60 of those. Wait, is that... that might be maxed out. I can't remember what the max stacks are. Just going to double check the entire list here. And make sure... Just make sure we got one. Yep, there's the male rooster. Yeah, okay. And then we should have one male duck. Yep, that's all checking out. And the rest are all females. So another 120, and we're done doing that. So we fed Twister. The sheep got 2 bales in their feed trough area, ready to be taken. We did the wool, we did that. Yeah, so I think we're all set. So let's go ahead and sleep until... we'll sleep until 8, because now it's time to get to work, right? And we got plenty of work to do. We got 2 grass fields that need to be fertilized. 1 also needs to be limed, and the sugarcane field needs to be limed and fertilized. And we got some planting to do. Let's go ahead and shut our door. Left it open all winter, as one does. And now with springtime here, the orchard should be back up and running. Alright, might as well start with the birds. We're kind of walking right by them. And now we just got to find the culprits that we got to get rid of. There's the ducklings, 36, and then 23. Now we're at 1,041 out of 1,100, so just about there. When it gets near the very end, I may not bother trying to, you know, just get them all female. I guess having 20 males running around are not that bad of a thing. They just won't be able to lay eggs. Let's go ahead and feed Twister. And let's go ahead and get a couple more bales out. As for water, the sheep should be more than all set on water. Look out, Twister. Run right into the 6230. Alright. And now we'll just grab these two here. Come on, get off there. Get off there. Alright, we're all set. All set with that. So, let's go ahead and we'll turn on our running shoes here just for a quick second. Wait, where am I going? Oh yeah, further over. One more field. Where am I? I'm in the field. I'm in the field. And, yep, sugarcane, then soybeans. Sugarcane. I think this is going to be the oat field. Let's just make sure. Sugarcane, soybeans, and then it should be oats. Yeah, oats, 110. So that's what we want to do. Let's turn off our running shoes, and let's go hop in, and now we will just teleport. And we'll switch this over to oats. And we'll get these planted on in right away. Do I have enough fertilizer? I think so. I think we're all set to go in that aspect. And then this remind I think sorghum I can't plant until next month. Yeah, next month. So that'll be down at the other soybean field that we had last year. So I think for beginners for this month here, we're going to focus on the fields right here, the grass field, sugarcane field, and this field up straight ahead. But with this drill, this field's not going to take me that long to plant. Alright, and then make sure I'm out of the grass field before I turn it on. And we are good to go. Get rid of all these weeds. Although, they'll be back next month. Because we did not plow the field. They shall return. It's kind of a small-ish field, so I think we'll have enough in here. As for buying the other air cart, since I'm really not going to expand on fields, at least I don't think so, then there's no need to upgrade the air cart ourselves. That's something that I would allow Hudson to do, I guess. For the fields that we have, this air cart does just fine. I mean, as I mentioned before, if I were to buy more fields, then that's when I would need the second air cart. Now, I don't want to get rid of this air cart, so selling this one just to help fund the other air cart and drill is nothing I want to do, because then you got a field this size with an air cart that's maybe 50% bigger than this one. Then it seems like you're just oversized. So that's why I was originally planning on keeping this one and buying a second one for the other fields that we have. But that's when I originally thought, the money's going to come in quick enough. We're going to be able to buy all those fields down that side road out by the store. Now, if I weren't too concerned about the loans, I think we could borrow probably over $2 million right now, and I can easily expand by buying a couple of fields if the price is good. And then, of course, by harvesting them this year, we would bring in that much more money from the yield off those fields. But I think I'm pretty much content where we are. I just don't want to get the last season that we're here. I do want to get through this season before FS25 comes. I don't want to get into where, for one episode, I got to harvest for like 6 hours, just trying to cram it all in so we can actually end the year when 25 comes out. It's kind of hard to time it because, I mean, yeah, it's only a month away, so, but it's still a month away, if that makes any sense. It's going to approach fast, but at the same time, it's too far out for me to try to time it to where we're ending the year just as 25 approaches. I think I just eliminated some of my sugar cane in that field, but that's okay. It's all good. Kind of a weird shaped field here. Starting to get a little bit more excited as each day passes about FS22. I gotta actually make a video after this, after I get done recording, but that video may be out by now. Giants did put out a video on, I think they called him Grandpa, for an NPC. One of the NPCs will be able to, I guess, talk to or maybe have jobs to do for or something like that. Have no idea. Haven't even watched the video yet myself, but I think it's only like a 30-second short video that they put out. So I gotta go check that out, and maybe I'll make a video on it. But I mean, if you haven't seen it by the time you saw this video on my channel, then more than likely I didn't make a video on it. Yeah, so with $100,000 I got in the bank account, let's see, I got another spreader for lime. Trying to figure out if there's anything else that I would want to purchase for the farm that's not expensive. And I really can't think of anything off the top of my head that I would want to have on the farm. So I think we'll just throw it towards a loan when we have it. Every time we get over $100,000, we'll just keep putting it towards a loan, and eventually we'll have it paid off. And then we'll just keep looking at the fields. Actually, maybe I should look at field number 3 over here. What's that looking like? Because it's been a while. Still 60% over. That's a good price. Minus 5%, but it's still over $1 million. There's another one for a good price, but I would just eye up like these type of fields down by the road. 39, 58. 30% over, 41% over. Yeah, so it's just along this road here. And then, of course, coming up through here and along through here. But all those fields are overpriced. At least they're not overpriced like they are on the Mythical Woods. Those prices in those fields are just really getting out of hand. Alright, so after I get this done, I think I'll grab probably Massey Ferguson, and we'll go down and grab the Kubota spreader for lime. But before I do that, I'll set the John Deere off, and I probably should have set the John Deere off. You know what, let me go ahead and get the John Deere going on spreading fertilizer in the grass and sugarcane field. These should be lime pallets out here. I forgot what. Oh, those. I think this is the fertilizer for the greenhouses. Yes. Couldn't remember what those IBCs were for. Alright, this is going to be a little bit expensive, but it's what you got to do. Okay, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Don't think I hired a worker in this field in a long time. Let's go ahead and do this. Create job. It's going around here completely. Had a little bit of a brain fart there for a second what I was doing. All right, I think one headland's good enough. No overlap. Create course. And I'm guessing you're going to run out of fertilizer at some point. But the good thing is you'll get most of it done. I do have you at the widest working with, I hope. But you are going... Okay, not really to the edge of the field. Not sure what you are doing there. Oh, because it sees... okay. I was wondering what it's doing. I think it's because it sees the concrete that I accidentally painted in the field. And that's why it's probably doing that. Alright, well anyways, I got around that one, so... Alright, we're just going to let it go. Let me get back into the T9. And we need to finish up this oat field here. That was kind of weird at first, so I was like, I don't know what it's doing, but I think it's going around that one concrete slab area got slapped down there. Let's see, I'm down to 60% fertilizer. I think I started with about 90%. Well, let's see if I can get the rest of the field done with what we have for fertilizer. Seed should not be a problem. Well, it didn't take long for my worker to find an issue. Not sure how it ended up where it is, but we'll take care of it. I thought about taking care of it during the time lapse, but I figured, yeah, it's not going to take me that long to finish this up, which it hasn't. And as you have seen and can tell, got plenty of fertilizer in the drill, but definitely going to top it off before I go plant sorghum next month in the other field. Wait, are you still I can still hear the engine running. Is the worker actually still in there? Yes, they are. Sometimes cores play when they get blocked by an object will rage quit and just leave, and that way I don't have to pay for it. And that's what I thought they did. But it still says blocked by object, and I can hear the engine running in the 6230 John Deere. So they're still trying to figure it out. Is it going to be Frank? Like I said, Frank is usually the one that gives me the trouble. All right. I mean, I know it did pretty good over here in the grass field. You can kind of see where it's been. It was doing the headland. Well, I mean, it could be Frank Jr. Oh, that's kind of weird. Did you see him disappear when I got... How did I get him to disappear there for a second? Or was I seeing things? Either way. Let's go ahead and we'll get rid of them. So I don't think they've gone around the sugarcane field yet. So we will do that. And of course the sugarcane field is going to take a lot more fertilizer than the grass field does. Make sure it does say sugarcane up there, and it does. Just want to be sure because technically it's not growing yet. Sugarcane, I suppose, will be next month. And as we saw, this was like our worst yield of sugarcane. But then again, the pH value in this field was terrible. Well, not terrible. I think it was classified as okay. But now it's just really, really bad. But we're going to rectify that here. Maybe not this episode, but definitely next episode. So maybe at this point, I'm just going to do the sugarcane field. Actually, I should be able to almost... Here, you should be able to continue this on your own now, right? And I'll get whatever you miss. No, not the wheel loader. Yes, let's grab this. And let's go ahead and fix the Massey Ferguson. I think it was like 6,000, and I didn't have the money to fix it last time. But we shall fix it. I didn't want to... Nope. Okay. Repair. Yes. It's good to have the pressure washer and the toolbox right next to one another, but the problem is the same prompt to pick up the pressure washer and to activate the repair button. Alright, I'm going to head on down to the store. I'll meet you right back here at the farm, and we'll have the Kubota spreader on the back, and we'll fill it up with some lime, and we can get that to work as well. Well, made it all the way down to the store and back, and I assume the new worker spreading the fertilizer in the grass sugarcane field is doing well enough where I don't have to assist it. But that doesn't mean something couldn't have happened. Alright, let's go ahead and start filling up. Get rid of these lime pallets. Get so used to the seed huts that I forget how slow filling from a pallet can take. That's going to be the one adjustment I got to do when 25 comes out. Get used to how certain things, well, currently are, but it doesn't mean that things in 25 won't change. Alright. And, alright, I see the 6230. Okay, okay. Let's fill this up here. Cover that up. Let me go and see how we're doing with fertilizing the fields. Alright, the grass field seems to be done, and they're just working in this part right here. Alright, that's not too bad. Well, I'm not going to be able to make it all the way around. I think I make it about halfway around when I do this. And maybe not even that far because, yeah, the pH value in this field is terrible. If I bring up the mini-map, you can see how much we're changing it by. But you can also tell in the upper left-hand corner, I got to use 5.26 tons per hectare. And this field is like 11 hectares. It's kind of weird how they give you some application rates. So they're telling me how much it's going to be by the ton, but then all the capacities are done by liters. So it's like at one stage it tell you by one measurement, and then they give you another one by a different kind of measurement. Oh well, it's all good. Either way, it's going to take the same amount, right? So when it's empty, it's empty. I'll just go fill it up. And if I still got some more, well, then we just keep on going. So maybe the first cut this year in this grass field will be silage. Just got to check on the sheep, see how we're doing for feed and so forth. I think the sheep require about 1,000,000 liters per year, and I think I got a good amount in storage. Yeah, we're just chewing right through the line, but yeah, it definitely needed to be done. Now I'm using 7 tons per hectare. If I go to here, scroll on down to the sheep. Sheep require 1,000,000 liters per year, and currently we got 1.5 million liters of hay in storage. So technically, I shouldn't have to make any more hay for the entire time we're going to be here throughout 25, but we will continue to make hay. Not the first cut. The first cut will definitely be silage, and maybe even the second cut as well. I keep still wanting to go over that, and that looks flat, but that's definitely not flat. Should be taking the roads anyways. Nope, not solid fertilizer, and now I'm out of the trigger. Need to come to a stop, and I never learned that. Well, I'm glad I didn't pay off $100,000 when the month started because, well, I wouldn't have enough money to buy myself the lime that I need to get these fields done. But we have made it through winter. We got the oats planted. This grass field and the sugarcane field fertilized. They're all set to go. And now we just got to get the lime down on these 2 fields, which won't actually take too long. But we'll get this one headland done this episode. We can continue on next episode. And then just move on down to the next grass field and fertilize that. Actually, that can be fertilized while we're planting the sorghum. And meanwhile, we'll just keep our eye on all of our production buildings. We'll make a little bit of... I think when it comes time to sell the wool and the fabric in November, which is a couple months, I'm thinking that might actually take care of our loans. Or loan. Because along with that, we were selling the cane juice, of course, and that did a lot better overnight than I thought it would. Now see, this part of the field I'm only using, well, it was at 3 tons per hectare. Now it's 4.38. Or maybe I'll just get the grass field done. Or the headland done. Yeah, so putting that little bit of a road through there. We finally got coarse play to help us out and get rid, well not get rid of, but help us harvest that sugar cane last fall. Alright, fill this up. Am I out of the zone again? Nope, I'm in the zone still. And this is what I was saying many episodes ago about the brittle spreader versus this spreader here. Yeah, it's nice that the brittle spreader would hold twice as much lime almost as what we do here. So I wouldn't have to stop and refill as much. But the working width is like half of what this is. So it would take twice as long to get the work done. And time is money for me. So I'd rather go back and fill up, which doesn't take as long, and cut the time I'm in the field. Because if it was a brittle spreader, yeah, I probably wouldn't do this grass field and sugarcane field. I'll let a worker do it. And it'd be a job that we wouldn't get to do together. And trying to diversify how much work we actually do on a farm is good. It's good to see us do different jobs. We're not doing one job constantly. Because that can... a lot of people don't like seeing just do one job for like an hour. So, which I'm going to find out here at the end of the week. I do plan on live streaming Saturdays Mythical Woods. I got to get a feel. Originally, I wasn't going to live stream any Farming Simulator 22 content, but then I said, well, to myself, I got to live stream some of it because I got to get a feel for how Farming Simulator streams. I got to get a feel for it, so when 25 comes out, I kind of get an idea of how the flow goes. Sounds kind of weird because every game has its own way of how you play. So, of course, you know, making a video like this, I can jump cut, I can do time lapses and all that. But of course, in live stream, you can't do that kind of stuff. So I gotta get a feel on how live streams go for Farming Simulator. I know some people don't like live streams, but some people, you know, do. And if it goes over well, then the Mythical Woods, I may do a couple more live streams until 25 comes out. But definitely when FS25 comes out, as I mentioned many times before, the day it comes out, we will live stream it. I'll dive in as much new stuff that's in the game that I possibly can. Maybe do a little bit of testing, which is a little bit harder to do the day it comes out because we don't have all the mods to cheat stuff in and help us accelerate the testing procedure. But we'll do the best as we can. And we'll also learn how to do some stuff that's new to the game. So that's going to be kind of key. Yeah, first I said I was just going to do the headland and I was going to wrap it up. But then I figured, you know what? Let's go ahead and just finish up this grass field. And then we will do the sugarcane field at the beginning of next episode. And then we'll put the 6230 John Deere down in the other grass field. And get to the month of October to get that sorghum in. And then, of course, we will have weeds to take care of. Not just in the sugarcane field. Sugarcane field will have weeds this year. And, of course, the field that we just planted, that will have weeds also. All right, let's get this little strip here. So just to show you how bad this field was. Wait, you saw it there for a second. pH value is bad. It's not okay. It's not great. It's not good. It is bad. All right. So there we go. Grass field is all set to go. And now the sugarcane field, as I mentioned, that's going to be, is it bad or is it, I forgot what this field. This one is in okay condition, so, you know, but let's go ahead and we'll take care of it. But anyways, if you made this far in the video and you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button. Helps out the channel and the video more than you know. Also lets me know that you enjoyed seeing the content you saw here today. And while you're down there, that subscribe and notification bell, if you haven't done so yet, might want to tap on those as well so you don't miss out on more content like this. But that is where we are going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again right here in Western Australia. But until then, have a good one.